William with Patriot Containers. I wanted to make a video about something that I've been noticing. So about 5 months ago, I'm the only one on YouTube that's been exposing and whistleblowing these what I call Pinocchio rookie companies of how they get away with criminal sales, their terms and conditions, which I guarantee you these crappy companies will never change their terms and conditions to benefit you as customers. They can change the way that they sell it. They can change the way that they run their business. I used to work for bad companies like this 13 years ago before I started Patriot Containers. And it's very easy to sell something with lies or lack of honesty or not describing with what the customer's really getting. And then just to take your order like this and then throw it off to the side and get to it someday. The reason these companies are so horrible is because they're not honest about their sale in the beginning. They're trying to make sales, make commissions, but they're not focused on you as a customer. That being said, I started exposing how these companies are getting away with this 5 months ago. And I'm the only one on YouTube exposing the dark side of this industry of how it got worse instead of better. That being said, I'm a very fair, honest human being. I am seeing less and less complaints from these companies. I hope that my videos are actually eye-opening for the business owners of these Pinocchio rookie companies. They know I'm right. They know they can't say anything. They know they can't draw attention to me because they don't want you as a buyer to know the information that I know of how they're getting away with criminal sales. But they can change their ways. This industry has gotten really bad because of dishonesty and terms and conditions. The companies... I think this industry would be a lot better if these Pinocchio rookie companies stop saying they have 25-year and lifetime warranties. It's not a real warranty that's going to... It's just their warranty is going to make you madder because they brought you out a damaged and faulty product, and then their warranty is a boat patch. The company really should have not delivered you that container in the beginning. They should have delivered you and purchased a better container for you as a customer, and they wouldn't have to say they have lifetime warranties. They say that to make the sale. Their terms and conditions allow them to purchase whatever they want for you because there's nothing you can do about it. This industry would get better if companies like that stop saying that they have warranties. I truly believe this industry, nobody has warranties. It's all lies. They're not going to replace your container free of charge. They're going to send you a fiberglass boat patch. This industry would be better if companies like that stop saying they have 30, 60, 90 full money back refunds. That is a lie. That's completely untrue. So their terms and conditions on their website will never change. It's there to protect the company from you as a buyer. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to lose any money from making your sale. And they are the supplier. They're the one that scheduled it. But if these companies are watching my videos and going, holy crap, William knows exactly with what we're doing and what we're doing wrong, we need to change that. That's a good thing for you guys as buyers. So you guys, these companies, there is a possibility that they could purchase better containers for you. There is a possibility that they can actually crack the whips on their employees to say, hey, we have this sale. It needs to be scheduled. The communication needs to be there. If those companies can do that, you as buyers will have a much more level playing field of getting a real service instead of a crappy service that they've been doing since they started their business. That being said, I'm seeing less and complaints of customers that have been giving them orders. That's a good thing for buyers. I don't know if that I can take credit for that. I think maybe the business owners I know for a fact watch my videos because they don't want you to see this information. But if my videos are helping this industry in a good way of actually cleaning up the sales process, the delivery process, and it's changing these horrible Pinocchio rookie companies to actually do with what's right for you guys, it levels out the playing field. They need to stop saying they have warranties. Those are lies. They're going to deliver you a bad container with holes, and then they're going to send you a product that's going to make you twice as mad. They need to stop saying they're going to give you full money back refunds in 60 or 90 days. And the reason why is because you're not going to get a full refund. You're going to lose your delivery money twice because they have to come back and get it now. And then they're going to charge you a cancellation fee and a restocking fee. The reason I know these companies can do it is because I've been doing it right for 11 years, and I don't have terms and conditions, I don't have restocking fees, and I don't have cancellation fees. If you order from Patriot Containers, you get a good used container that looks good and cannot have a hole, and you get a good new one. That's it. And then it shows up on the right day. I just took an order. Hold on, it's not this one. I just took an order today in Texas, and the guy is in between Dallas and in Houston. I did the math. It was actually more money, even though he's closer to Dallas, it was more money to bring him a container from Dallas than it is from Houston. So he asked, can I get the delivery tomorrow? I said, man, yes, there's a possibility, but I have to call my driver. We called the driver. He goes, hey, William, I can deliver it tomorrow. If this guy called me later on in the day, I would not be able to deliver tomorrow. But he called me early in the morning. I got the job done. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's done. We're picking up his container today and we're delivering it tomorrow. He's probably going to have a container on his property within less than 24 hours. And he bought a good used container, which I already contacted everybody. And not only did I purchase a good container, but I talked to the owner and said, hey, my driver's going to be there today. And it needs to be a new one. Or no, I'm sorry, a good used container. And I need to see pictures. If it's a bad used one, I'm going to call you and I need you to contact the forklift operator to swap that thing out to get our customer tomorrow a good, visually nice looking used container. And because this guy's going to get a 20-foot good used container tomorrow delivered in less than 24 hours, and I've used the truth to sell this, I'm going to have a customer that's going to call me for the rest of his life and get referrals from this person because I've done everything correctly. These bad companies that I'm always ragging on that are Pinocchio rookie companies, they can do it right. I'm predicting that they will never change their terms and conditions because they don't, even though they make so much money, they don't want to lose a penny on their customers. They want to shift blame from their customers or from them to their customers so they don't have to be accountable for any failures that the companies have done to the customers. And the customers haven't done anything wrong other than trusting them. What they can do though, and I'm hoping that my videos are actually changing this industry for a better, is they can crack the whips on their salespeople to tell them, hey, we need to sell these correctly. Hey, once we get an order, it must be scheduled right away. Hey, we need to communicate with our buyers and offer transparency. That's all they have to do in order to provide a better service. Now, if they screw something up, I still believe that they will not be accountable no matter what. And they're not going to do the right thing. So, but that being said, I study the bad companies. I've been doing it for years. I've only been doing something about it in the last 5 months and exposing and whistleblowing on what these companies and how they get away with it. And I'm not God, but I think they know I'm 100% right about everything, which I do know because I know this industry better than they do. and I know who they buy from. I know what they're buying for you. I know probably what their invoice says for the containers that they purchased. And I've read their terms and conditions. I've also read their thousands and thousands of complaints combined between these horrible companies. And it's sickening to me that these companies are allowed to say whatever it takes to make a sale. And then the salesperson has no control of what the company actually buys for that person's container. The salesperson has no control of when that container is actually going to be delivered. So they're selling something blindly. It's kind of weird because it must be just very, very good salespeople, to be honest. But very, very good salespeople, they're loyal to the company, not to the buyer. That's why they're good salespeople. Their job is to close you. But yeah, I'm hoping that this industry actually gets cleaned up and we start seeing less and less complaints from these Pinocchio rookie companies that are online. That being said, I really, really, if you're one of those shitty companies that's a Pinocchio rookie company, you already have tons and tons of complaints that won't go away. The only way for that to go away is you have to change your business name and start over. That's why I can't sell crappy containers, because I've been in business for 11 years and you've read my 3 complaints that I have, and they haven't bought a container from me. If you're one of the companies that told that other customer that was actually not a customer to leave me a false review from somebody that never bought a container from me, you know that that's not a real review too. You also know that person has taken down that false review and also totally taken down their Facebook account. That being said, all you have to do is stop saying that you have lifetime warranties. Start purchasing better containers for your customers. When a salesperson makes a sale, whoever you have in logistics and scheduling needs to hop on the phone with a driver right away and get that put on the schedule. And then follow up with your customer on how to get the container. Obviously I know who you guys purchase from. You make a sale, you have it scheduled, hopefully, and then you purchase a container. If you pay your wire transfers right away, you'll get release numbers right away, and then that employee will send an email to the driver so they can pick up and drop off on the right day. If you do a little bit of communication, you'll get less complaints. By you guys over-promising and lying to your customers from the very, very beginning is the reason why you guys have so many complaints. It's a reason why you're not the best company. You'll never will be unless you fix that stuff. And I might be smaller than you, but I run a business way better than you ever can. You can change it, but you care about money more than your customers. And that's why you're a bad company. But you can change that. And I hope you guys stop saying you have warranties, because your warranty's bullshit. And it's a lie. You know that these money back guarantees, they're all sales pitches in order to make sales. But when the customer actually needs it because you've screwed up, and then you're not accountable, and they find out that everything that was told to them in the beginning was a lie, that's why you guys get so many complaints. If you do the job right from the very beginning, you won't make as much money, but you'll actually run a legitimate business. And and I know that you guys run a horrible company, and it's just unfortunate that you guys think that you're this wonderful company you guys are competing for whoever can be the biggest, but you're also the worst, and you have the most complaints in a company that I've ever seen in my life. But you can get it right, and you can change the future. Stop saying you have warranties. Stop saying you have full refunds, because it's lies, and that's how you guys get complaints. Start purchasing better containers for your customers, and start scheduling your containers to be delivered. A great example, I read a bad review not too long ago about somebody that lived in California and needed a container in Tennessee. He ordered 2 months in advance, okay? He paid for his container. and he was going to be in Tennessee for 2 weeks. Now, the company never scheduled the container, so he flies to Tennessee, and there was no container delivered because they're idiots. But I guarantee you, if a customer calls me and goes, "Hey, I need a container in 2 months. I don't need it now." You can pick whatever day you want. I can call my driver and go, "Hey, look, this customer doesn't need his container for 2 months, and he wants it on this day." That is open on the driver's schedule 100% in 2 months, because nobody delivers containers that long. Well, some of these crappy companies do. But they didn't even schedule it. And all they had to do was call the driver and go, "Hey, look, we need this on this day. Can you do it?" "Yes, but put me on the schedule. We will have the release number to you as soon as possible, and everything will be done." That's how easy it is. And they still screwed it up. So anyways, guys, that's it. Hopefully this container industry is getting better. I just had that on my mind. I got some other things that are in the works of, I'm working with certain companies for customers that I don't sell to. I can refer you to a different company that will take care of a lower class container, but it will be delivered on the right day. The terms and conditions are accurate, so whatever you buy, lifetime warranties or whatever, it's a different company that's separated. But I turn down a lot of business from people that don't care about their containers, and to be honest, I don't want those customers. If you care about your container, call me. If you want it delivered on the right day, call me. If you want to hear the truth, call me. 888-611-5698. If you're watching my videos and these are helping you, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'm here to help. My help is free, and I do want your business, but I do want you to buy a good used one and a good new one. And I want you to be open to somebody that actually wants help. If you want to be rude and nasty and treat me like I'm the worst company in the world, I don't want your business. Hit the road. So anyways, guys, that's it. Have a great one. Bye.